I can say when I watch Federer, it's like a poetry in motion. I watched French Open and I thought it was entertaining, engaging. Uh, to watch Roger, Nadal, Djokovic for last 15 years, I would say, has been so entertaining, so engaging. I love it. Uh, with all these leading players, in fact, I'm talking about now the last match that I saw. Djokovic was playing Musetti, and Musetti had won two sets. So the scoreboard read 7-6, 7-6, and Djokovic had already taken 12 games in two sets. And according to me, I feel if you have to beat one of these leading players, you've got limited amount of time. In that much time, you have to finish the match. If you drag it, then these players are going to eventually come back in the game. First two sets, the momentum was not with Djokovic, but slowly, you could see that the tide had uh, changed, it had turned, and suddenly there was that fluidity in his movements, and then he started thinking differently. He started executing his shots far more consistently, and eventually ended up winning the game. uh, I feel if you have to beat one of these guys, and that's my personal analogy, so don't go deep into it. This is what I personally feel. If you have to beat them, it should be around, you can afford to give away 12, 13 games at the most. So ideal result will be 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, and the match is done. And that's how you walk away as a winner. But the moment you drag that, they come back in the game and they eventually beat you. And that is exactly what we saw. Unfortunately for Musetti, he played the first two sets rather well, but lost momentum and eventually got injured. So, being a sports person, I can understand how big a disappointment that is when you get hurt and then you cannot carry on anymore. It's a big setback. I'm sure there are a number of promising youngsters that we have seen, and they'll all come back strong, and they are the future stars. I like all these three players. First of all, let me be very clear that I'm not qualified enough in tennis to be able to, make a big statement on these three guys. But just as a tennis fan enthusiast, I can say when I watch Federer, it's like a poetry in motion. When you watch Federer move on the court, you feel tennis is easy. It's simple. You can also get on the court and hit a beautiful backhand, but it's not that easy. Trust me. With Nadal, I mean, given the amount of agility he has on the court, and also his game is more physical, I would say, more of a bull worker, a strong guy, and you watch Nadal and you feel that, oh, I would never be able to last this long on a tennis court, and that is an impression a common man gets. I mean, it's about hard work, sweating it out, and the French Open is the greatest example, of his ultimate fitness. When it comes to Djokovic, uh, he's he's quite supple, and his movements are fluid. He's got that elegance, but at the same time, we've seen Djokovic play a number of long matches, really long matches, and to be able to last for those many hours on a tennis court, it's not a joke. So Djokovic is a kind of a combination of both Federer and Nadal. He can be as strong in the fifth set. That's all. I will not say anything more than that, because, as I said earlier, that I'm not qualified enough to talk about these three great players. I'm speaking as an enthusiast. Well, first and the foremost thing I feel is one has to be passionate about whatever you want to be in life. And talking about these tennis stars, the birth of passion, I feel, took place in their hearts and not in their brains. I mean, from their childhood, they have worked so hard. And when people talk about staying motivated at this level, and I feel if you are passionate about something, there is no need of any external factor to come and motivate you. It's there within. And I feel passion never stops breathing. It's your constant companion as long as you keep it alive. Uh, with these guys, that's been the case. You know, it is it is about, I mean, being a fellow sportsman, I know what it takes to spend hours on the field, but practice with purpose becomes critical. uh, the number of guys who spend hours on end on the field, but it's not, the energy is not channelized properly. I think you need to put in hard work. There is discipline. Uh, there is focus, concentration. More importantly, I would say vision. That is really important. And then you, before you play your opposition, you plan. The last move is to be able to execute those plans. And these guys go all the way. They are able to plan and then execute their plans also, and that is what makes them great athletes. And it is not just in tennis, but it is in all walks of life. We have to have these qualities to move forward in life. So if you want to go the distance, there are no shortcuts in life.